Hi, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this English lesson. Today we are going to talk about a different kind of gold. It's a story in your school book. And before we start reading and listening to the text, I want you to think about imagining that you have moved to another town, and I want you to talk about that. Are you, for example, feeling lonely? Are you missing your friends? So on and so on. So please open your books on page 60 and do the exercise number 1. All right, now that you have finished talking about moving to another city, moving to another town, and how you feel about that, we now want to listen to a story. I will put the listening file on now, and I want you to listen very carefully because you have to do some exercises that are regarding this text. If you want to, you can read along on page 60. Enjoy.
A different kind of gold.
1.
It was St. Patrick's Day yesterday, and I wasn't at home in Ireland. My dad and I moved here 2 months ago, and I still miss my Irish friends and our nice little house in Donegal.
2.
Oh, I should introduce myself to you. My name is Niamh. That's an old Irish girl's name. You say it Niamh, like leave. I always have to tell people that here, in Northampton, in England. That's where we live now. Dad worked in a factory in Donegal until it closed last year. He couldn't find a new job in Donegal, so we moved to England and he found a job here.
3.
So yesterday, it was my favourite day, St. Patrick's Day. In Ireland, there are lots of parties. Everyone wears green clothes and the city is green. We send cards with shamrocks and rainbows on them and give people sweets in gold paper. The rainbows and sweets are from an old Irish story. It says there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
4.
There were parties here in Northampton too. It nearly felt like Ireland. I still don't know many people and places, so I stayed at home. The day just made me very sad. I was also sad because the netball girls, Sonia, Billy and Nisha, who I really like, didn't answer any of my phone calls.
5.
When Dad came home from work that afternoon, I was by the window. "Are you okay, Niamh?" he asked me. "Yes," I said. But Dad didn't believe me. So he showed me this old poem. Don't ask me where he got it from. At the end of the rainbow is a pot of gold. That is what my dad said to me. We packed our bags. Our house was cold. We went across the Irish Sea. But until the stories he has told are clear for me to see, the fun of friends and family old is gold enough for me.
6.
Later that day, our doorbell rang. Dad asked, "Can you go to the door?" When I opened the door, the netball girls were there. All 3 wore green clothes and had green colour on their faces. I just had to laugh. "Surprise," they said. "Your dad says it's okay to take you to a St. Patrick's Day party at the youth centre. Do you want to come?" I ran into my room and came back with my St. Patrick's Day costume. So I went to my first St. Patrick's Day party in England, and I went with the girls. Maybe this was the beginning of something great.
All right, this was a very long story, a long text, a long listening file. But now I want you to do the exercises on page 60. This would be the exercises 3 and 4. And if you finish that, please continue with this video. All right, the last exercise in the book is on page 61. You can choose either 5a or exercise 5b. If you finish that task, please resume the video. So, welcome to the last exercise of this English lesson. I want you to open your workbooks on page 39 and do the exercises 1 and 2. If you finished this task, you have come to an end in this lesson, and I wish you a very pleasant day and see you next time.